Let's do it, man.
Right. Go.
Man, welcome to another episode, man. 1700 Radio, man. What's up, man? We got Trill Talk 101. We in the building, man.
Yes,
What's happening, man? What's happening? What's up, man?
We got OG Double D, the boss hitter, Velski, and Mac. Building, man. What's good, man?
Night, up all night,
oh, man, you know, man. Another one like the other one, man.
Yeah,
we're waiting on a few of these ladies to chime in and tap in, man. So
right.
Make sure you watch the dial because they might be trying to come on. I don't know, man. But
man,
you know, I tapped in with a few little females that I could try to get that I hopefully could try to get up in here. It was last minute. But like, man, we like to welcome y'all, man, to Trill Talk 101, man. It's your boy, the boss hitter, man. And man, we like to thank y'all for tuning in weekly, man. And you know what I'm saying? Come on, females, y'all kind of scared. Y'all act like y'all scared to talk y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We gonna talk ours regardless. You know what I'm saying? So get online and pop your collar, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared about it.
Angela Marie says she be on at 9:15, so you know.
I've been trying to,
for the
longest I've been trying to get a female presence on anything I had going because I know they won't they point across, but I think when they hit the big stage,
and
everybody their mama gonna want to get on there.
Well, y'all gotta understand it ain't really the big stage, right? What I think it is a lot of females.
Not the big stage.
No. Let me explain what I mean. Come with it. What I mean is, I think they not mentally ready to really get on here and spit like we spitting.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right?
See, like Angela, and then the other lady, Denise, right? Yeah. They really had, they had it down into what a mature lady should be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so they wasn't really afraid to jump on here because if we wasn't really feeling what they saying, then we some foul ass niggas that want some foul ass women.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay, I understand that. So what it is a lot of these females, they gonna jump on there with that foul rah shit, that rah chihuahua shit, right? And
Absolutely.
We gonna eat their ass up. So that's why they don't want to get on here.
They know Dub go to eat. Yeah, they know Dub go kill it.
Oh man, no mercy. You gonna be on my.
And Dub gonna do him like a pit bull, man.
Hey, that nigga brought it all the way home, nigga. That's what I was talking about. Like, man, they don't want to be on the stage.
Right.
Like you got
ladies, that's what we said, man. We ain't gonna take you to the hole like that. I started to really invite some of my kids' mothers on this motherfucker.
I mean, anybody can come on. I don't care if you're getting on there with the rah or not, right? You want to get on there with that? That's your.
You want the rah on there, Double?
Huh?
You want the rah on there?
I welcome it. I welcome it.
They want the rah. So if you ask me for it, you know what I'm getting. They would put ketchup on the fries, man. You know
I ain't scared, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to jump on there with that bullshit. They can get on there with that bullshit. We can go. We can go blow for blow.
Hey, we can go
blow.
Like I say, ladies weekly, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit us at Trill Talk at Gmail, Trill Talk 101 at Gmail. You know what I'm saying? And leave your name and your information and what you know what I'm saying, what you got to offer, and you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely put you on. You know what I'm saying? Males too, you know what I'm saying? Males, and if you got anything you trying to promote, furthers your hairline, your brand or whatever, you know what I'm saying, your rap songs, you know what I'm saying, hit us up, trilltalk101 at gmail.com, you know what I'm saying, and we'll get you put on. You know what I'm saying? With that note, so man, check this out, man. About relationships with me. Man, shit. I feel, man, you know what I'm saying, as long as a woman do what she supposed to do and stay in her place, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't got no problem with that with my woman right now, so I ain't got to really worry about it.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, that's how, and then she had your back 100%, like, you know what I'm saying.
Cuz, break it down to him about what it is she's supposed to do to keep you satisfied and happy at home.
And having your back.
Right, okay, so shit, for that, you know what I'm saying, I don't have no, you know what I'm saying, my woman know, you know what I'm saying, not to argue, you know, so argue with me, You know what I'm saying? If we argue, you know what I'm saying, I gotta be out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I shut the fuck up and just take my slapping. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't trip on nigga going out. You know what I'm saying? As long as the motherfucker don't get all fucked up and come home. You know what I'm saying? Or don't come home. You know what I'm saying? Then, but I still won't come home to where it's like, damn, man, I gotta listen to this motherfucking woman. My motherfucking, I don't even feel like going home dealing with this bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and so you know, I've been in too many relationships like that. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I'm just really content, man. I feel like Uncle Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Just content with his baby. You know what I'm saying? We going to see the we ain't got to go see the OJ. We going to see Chris Brown and them next week.
Right.
112.
There you go. Little bro,
new edition.
Hey, little bro, what's your consideration to this, man? What you think it is, man?
I think we got to like come with a common understanding, though. You know, as a man and as a woman, you know, it's boundaries that's set as you being a woman and as me being a man that should not be crossed at times. That be getting crossed sometimes, and then it leads to a whole bunch of shit that we don't even need to be happening. You know, women think, you know, they are maybe more superior than a man, more alpha than a man, you know, things of that nature. They like to bark sometimes too much at the man. And, you know, I ain't really with all that confrontational stuff like Velsky was saying. I like a peaceful setting. I like more calmness going on. I don't like the rah-rah. I don't think a strong woman is a loud woman. You know,
right.
Yeah,
the whole demeanor speaks a lot. Like, damn.
Yeah, I know, you know, because I'm a rah-rah dude. I don't need no loud woman.
Back.
Background always chiming off because she could get me into a wreck.
That shit's a turn off, nigga. Shit's a turn off. Shit's a major turn off, man.
Yeah, that argument shit. That's a big ooh-wee for a motherfucking relationship. You know what I'm saying? A bitch that like to argue, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that, man, in your life.
I can't stand a motherfucker who's rational, like just you know you wrong, but you really gonna try to justify your wrongness.
Yeah, because niggas do this.
We ain't gonna get nowhere like this. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because you a woman for a reason, and I'm a man.
Right. I mean, you know what though, y'all? It's even bigger than us being men versus them being women, right?
What is it, bro?
It's all about really be what you are, not what you are not. You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be.
That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all supposed to be our rib, our backbone, our better half, all that, right? A lot of y'all ladies out there are not being that.
Hey, but you know what, Double D? I think, you know what I think too? Because there's a lot of niggas that I think it's a lot of niggas out there that be depending on that depend on the chick so hard to where she like, I done had enough of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give you money. You gotta use my car.
But Bone.
I'm not saving the hoe.
Bone, that's their fault though, bro.
Yeah.
That's their fault. When you go into a relationship, this is my thing. I gauge relationships by 6-month periods, right? Now by month 9, if the woman ain't doing her duty as a woman, then that's when it's gonna be rocky. And that's what I'm gonna be thinking about switching teams.
No, I'm not saying what you saying is wrong.
No. Listen, I'm getting to the point, right? Women need to do the same thing, right, Bone? If you ain't handling this business as a man by the 6th to 8th to 9th month, what are you doing with him 18 months down the road?
Facts. Yeah, I was just saying, like, have niggas done it so much to where they done felt empowered to talk to niggas stupid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I was getting to.
Like to overtalk the man.
You ain't shit. Like
disrespecting, calling everything.
You know, some females catch them a cat that they can do that too. Like
that's what I was trying to.
And she'll bring that same attitude to the next relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what though, y'all? Some of these women you can't even be a good nigga to.
Fact.
I'm just being honest, right?
Definitely.
It ain't even about You know what I'm saying? Them letting the nigga pay them out some money out the car. Look, some of them are just so. Hey, some of them are just so fucked up mentally, bro, that you could really be a good dude.
We got a guest on, y'all.
Who's that? My girl Angela.
Oh, Andrew, you got the mic problem again, Ange.
No, she don't. She good this evening.
Choppy.
I'm gonna have to give you one of these clip-ons over here.
Hey, Angela, use your headphones.
Use something.
Use your headphones.
Put on speaker.
No, the speakers was doing it. She needs to use the headphones.
Yeah, she needs these headphones.
Hey, but you know, okay, but back to what I was saying, all right? You can't even be a good dude to some of these ladies, though, man, because they don't respect that, bro.
No,
they just don't. They don't. Too many women out here, right?
Respect, really.
But no, too many women out here really classify a man based on monetary and material shit, right? They never look past that and see what is a nigga really about, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come on, man. You sitting up here giving your body away to some dirtbag ass niggas, then turn around and want a real motherfucker to respect you right after you done jumped off somebody dirty. How do you do that? How do you do that?
I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You know what I'm saying? These women out here, they letting their family and their friends talk them into sexual relationships. You know what I'm saying? And my thing was, you know what I'm saying? If your sister, your cousin, your girlfriend or something tell you you need to be sleeping with this nigga, why she ain't sleeping with him if he's so good?
Yeah.
Why she gonna pass
she
him on
put you onto it if it's so great? Why she put you out there like that?
You know? I mean, and a lot of females, I mean, a lot of women, y'all, they don't even understand they half-ass getting pimped by their family and their friends. These
Basically.
They throwing y'all pussy on the crap table so they can put a feather in their hat. No, for real though, y'all.
Nah, facts.
Right.
So they can get brownie points. So they can get brownie points with they nigga for hooking they niggas partner up with you.
Yeah, I see that so many times. I don't understand that either because I would never do shit like that. I ain't got to hook you up with no bitch and nothing like
and my thing is, right, I'm tired of hearing women talk about that was my past and this, that, and the third. How many times do you repeat your past, though? How many times?
Yeah.
How many times?
If you keep
before you find you a better future.
Because the pattern then.
It should only be two mistakes in your past. If you didn't learn after two times, something wrong with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. Now it's a pattern. You know?
And now as a lady, you can't nurture a real relationship no more because you done been scarred because you done slept with too many suckers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Facts.
I mean, I don't know.
You know?
It's
and
deep,
now they talk about, well, I ain't used to no man telling me this and I ain't used to that.
And then once you get up on the real one, you don't know how to act. You ain't gonna know it till it's your life. Hold on, why did the fuck I let that go?
This sounds
you know what though, y'all?
Then 5 years down the line, your ass looking stupid.
Hey, there ain't no woman over 40 should have that excuse, man. You too old to not do better. You know better and you show better. So don't sit up there and give me no excuse about, well, I was raised a certain way and I've had these kind of men in my life, but you 40-something years old and you still doing the bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
You still doing the bullshit. So on 50-something years old, shit in it, you know what I mean?
What time is that?
When does it stop? When does the trying to have fun instead of trying to build something? Because look, at our age, right? Well, Bone, you're a little younger than us, right? But at our age, right, we trying to build some security going into our senior.
Welcome back, Edge.
Right?
Well,
hey.
Well, goddamn.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Is it better? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So what you got to say about this today, Angela?
Now we hear you talking.
Oh, wow. Okay. About relationships, men and women.
Yes.
I think it's got to start with self-love. You know, people have to love themselves, set a standard for themselves, and not have these unrealistic relationship expectations. You know, people have hang-ups, issues. You got to deal with all that before you try to link up with somebody. Right. You know, because you're bringing all your baggage from the last relationship and the relationship before that. And that's, you know, men and women and people. You also have to factor in a lot of people were raised in toxic and chaotic environments, so they're wired that way. They are attracted to people that bring drama and chaos because they grew up in it, and they don't know anything they don't know a relationship that's peaceful. So my take on it, first love yourself and set your standard, and then seek somebody that matches what you're looking for. But you can't, and a lot of women, you will go into relationships and we're not accepting of the guy, how he shows up. We're looking at his potential. And you can't date a person for their potential, what you think they're going to be. You have to accept that person for who they are in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't go in, well, if I can just change this. No. The only thing you're going to get him to change is his socks and maybe his clothes if you get him an outfit. But short of that, you got to accept that man or that woman for who they are in that moment. If you're falling in love with, it's one thing to believe in somebody. That's wonderful. Everybody wants somebody to believe in them and support them. But it's another thing like, oh, he would be good or she would be good if, they would just change this. No. You got to accept them for how they're walking in the door. That's who they are.
And see, my thing is this, Angela, right? What gives you the mindset to support somebody who never shown you anything to support?
Right.
Like, how do you do that? Like you said, based on what you think potential is. What is the grounds of you grading the potential?
Right.
What is it? I mean, what has a person done? Because I'm one of them, show me what you're talking about type people.
Right. I'm all for, talking, but I'm a little impatient. It's like if you tell me you have a dream to do this and that, well, yeah, that's wonderful. But after some time passes and you're not doing anything towards this goal or dream, I'm going to ask you, well, what's your plan?
I respect that.
What's your plan? I support you, but if you're all talk, well, then I'm going to walk, because life is short, and that's not knocking anybody, because you may run into somebody that just likes to procrastinate and it takes them a while, but at the end of the day, you are the sum total of the 5 people that you hang out with. And if none of them are doing anything, best believe, you're probably not doing much. And you don't ever want to be the smartest person in your crew. You always want to have somebody that's going to hold you accountable and tell you, you're slipping, or you need to, step it up. But just people have ridiculous expectations in these relationships, know.
And why though? You know why? Because and this goes for men and women, right? I'm not just going to shoot this at the women, but for women, I think it's more important because, like I said, y'all might not see it that way like I see it, but like I said, women, y'all are the nurturers and the mothers and the vessels of life. So you really should carry yourself and your body differently than a man.
Right.
That's just geography. I mean, biology. You know what I'm saying? But men and women, right? We don't fix ourselves before entering another relationship. That's one of the worst mistakes we make.
Man, the worst mistake you can ever make.
Right. Because we think that, we can jump into this relationship and I'll forget about the past one. It don't work that way.
No. And a lot of people, they don't take that time to just kind of reflect and pause and look at the past relationship and like, well, what went wrong? And a lot of people don't want to take their share of responsibility because you're in it and so is that other person. And communication is everything. You can't just assume because he's, coming by or, or he says this or she says that, people just have to be honest. Women have needs too. Sometimes we just want to hump and dump, but you have to, you have to be honest about that. But a lot of people just come in with their representative of who they think they should be based off of 15 seconds on social media of what they've seen or believe is the ideal relationship. And then, put all these expectations on their partner that aren't even realistic. So
yeah, that's it. That's real. And like you say, and if you're a lady out there and you want to hump and dump, then guess what? be prepared for the backlash of what they're gonna call you. That's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
That's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
It's consequences,
you know,
and repercussions to pay for that. So,
right.
Be prepared for that. Yeah.
And we all got to learn our roles in society and a relationship. And see, I think that's where it's crossed on both ends. Like, men aren't being men, and women ain't being ladies no more.
No,
so
ladies are being men now.
I
agree. It's like they switching roles.
Yeah. It's the era we in right now, man.
Well, I look at it like too. I mean, for me, if I meet a guy and I'm feeling like I'm just bossing up or turning into mangy, as my friends will call me. It's because like I'm basically with a punk, and I mean, it's not to say that I seek out a punk, but you know, somebody that's not invoking that divine feminine, where I feel like I have to be more masculine. You know, and I tell and I tell my girlfriends, whoever you date, if you naturally feel like you've got to, you know, match his energy, it's a problem, you know. Because if he wanted to date a masculine person, he would date a man. You know, he's dating you because he wants to be with a woman, but maybe there's something about him that doesn't make you feel like you can be like loved and supported, you know.
But you know what, Angie, I'm gonna tell you the biggest mistake a lot of women make, right? They really run around thinking that, well, a real man don't want no soft woman. Yes, that's what a real man exactly wants.
Yeah, someone more ladylike.
That's exactly what he wants. I want a soft woman. I want a soft, loving.
But define that. When you say soft, you're not meaning like a pushover, just
no. But I
feminine.
want a woman. No, I want a woman that if she comes unglued, it's warranted.
Right.
If she gets loud and obnoxious and snatches her earrings out and ready to get down, it's warranted. Not because she's wearing that on her sleeve. You know?
Other than that, she needs to be like Weezy Jefferson.
Right. See, now from my experience,
George.
from my
that's what I sound like in the morning.
That boy crazy. Hey, from my experience though, it's the weak niggas that like the loud women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is because it makes them feel like I'm controlling and I'm fucking on this wild woman that can't nobody control, right?
Right.
A real man, and tell me if I'm wrong, Angela. A real man, no matter how rough this woman has been raised and all that, a real man gonna make a woman feel like a lady. She gonna love to cherish that role and fall back and say, you know what? I got me a man that can handle all the masculine shit. I can just fall back and look pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all.
And that doesn't make her weak.
No.
That doesn't make him a chauvinist. We have natural roles, but they've been so skewed over the years. You know, it's not the same. And this doesn't take, you could still, you know, be a boss. You could still work. You can make your own money, do what you have to do. But we each have, if you're in a heterosexual relationship, we have roles that come naturally. And when you're with that right person, you will just fall into it automatically. You know who you know, soften up for. And you also know, like, man, it's not Bonnie and Clyde, and here's Bonnie and Bonnie. And that's no offense to, you know, gay, lesbian, you know, relationship. I'm just saying, where male, strictly speaking, heterosexual, you know, we have roles that we naturally fall into when we're supported and feeling, you know, comfortable. But that requires people to be vulnerable in their relationship and open. I was just telling my cousin, I said, well, if you're not being honest with yourself, of course you're going to not trust anybody that talks to you, because you're not coming from a place of honesty. So you're automatically putting that out there and thinking everybody is being, you know, fake with you. So you gotta show up, and you have to trust, because at the end of the day, I trust me. So as long as I trust me, that's all that matters. I can't control the behavior of anybody outside of me. So if my discernment isn't working, where I can't see the BS, you know, a mile away, which I usually can. I'm like, yeah, this dude's full of it, or this person's full of it. There's something going on with me. I have to trust that I'm spending time with somebody that's shown me that they're worthy of my time. You know, I'm not one who's going through your phones and check you're not paying me to be an investigator. I don't have that kind of time.
Right.
If I got to be Inspector Gadget in a relationship, it's not worth it.
Right. Yeah. And see, a lot of women, y'all, and fellas, I want y'all to agree with me. I mean, not agree, but let me know if you know how you feel about this, right? It's the woman's job to make us feel more masculine too. You know what I'm saying? Not that we lacking any masculinity, but
it's the roles.
Yeah, it in a row, right? When you know your woman relies on you, it counts on you as a man. How does that make y'all feel, man? Tell the truth.
It's a booster. I'm in a 20-year marriage. I'm in marriage 20 years deep. So I get it. 20 years.
Right.
Congratulations.
And see, that's the whole thing, y'all. When the roles are set. And it's not a dictator role or submissive role or subordinate role. We're not talking about that. It's the role, it's biological roles.
Yeah.
Right.
You are a woman. I am a man. We have our roles in this relationship. If we want this to work A1, we got to play our part. I got to step up and be the man. I gotta be the provider and the protector. You gotta be the nurturer. You gotta be the nurturer and the calming voice.
Right. And that doesn't mean that the man can't, be nurturing.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, he's going to be, if he cares about you, he's going to be loving and concerned about how you're feeling. But men and women communicate differently. I've learned over the years.
See, that there is the biggest. What you say, T?
I can tell y'all, this is the biggest fight I have with my wife. She say, I ain't affectionate. I don't give too. I'm not. I don't do it enough. You feel me? I just tell her, like I feel I do. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy I give off, I don't get it off to nobody. You feel me? I get it off to you.
Have you asked her what she wants from you?
And she wants that soft pillow out of
But here's the thing. If you ask her specifically what she wants, does she want more hugs? Does she want more kisses? Does she want to smack on the booty in the kitchen? You got to do that.
I know. You're right. You are right. You're definitely right.
But then also too, were you raised in a household where everybody was affectionate?
Hell no.
See, and that's the thing. You think about how long you were in your home with your parents, and how you guys interacted.
Yeah.
You get into a relationship, people are expecting you to become something that you're not accustomed to. But if you love a person, you'll bend, you'll be flexible, But it's a communication. Just ask her, hey babe, what would you like me to do?
I mean,
I guarantee.
She like I do things that express that, you know what I mean? But I just think I don't know. Maybe I'm more trying to be the provider and the protector,
right?
And just really focus on my house and maintaining the kids, and you know what I'm saying. To where I just don't give off that,
But
do you like her being affectionate towards you?
Oh yeah, man.
You'll get more of that if you do exactly what she's asking you to do, and the affection. And I'm telling you, it balances it out.
Right.
That's why we got these episodes. That's why we that's why we need you out here,
And see, the whole thing about it is, right, we can't ignore what we're receiving, right?
Right.
So if you're receiving that love, you're receiving that assistance, you're receiving that support, right? You got to reciprocate that.
Right.
And nigga, we niggas from the streets, man. We got it from the mud, nigga. We done been through the worst the streets got to offer, right? And we still here breathing, right? So of course we always, we got that posture about us, right? But in the household, man, and I know we all old enough to know this now, right? But when we were young, we probably battled with it. But It ain't being no sucker to keep your shit intact.
Hell no.
Right.
No.
Ever.
That's the real flex.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example,
flex.
right? I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of some shit, right? And this got to do with the subject, but it's a little off the subject. Like I know a nigga that was, threw his hat in the ring and wanted to pimp, right? I'm not gonna say no names. First thing I tell a nigga though, right? Nigga, if you gonna be a pimp the way you feel, that's gonna be profitable for you. Yeah. Don't go down there, get downtown with the rest of these niggas popping their collar, telling you what pimp rules are and how you should run your stable. You know what I'm saying? When these niggas ain't doing what they saying they doing, right? So these niggas is talking about, huh?
I said I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, right? So these niggas is telling you how to pimp and what a pimp does and what a pimp don't do, right? Like number one, they talking about pimps don't fuck they hoes and this, that, and the third, right? How all these niggas got babies by prostitutes then if y'all not fucking them?
Right.
No, they fucking on something now.
So they telling
Baby
you,
Jesus.
yeah. So they tell you, oh yeah, because I pimp with my game, man. This straight pimping out. Okay, but you pimping with your penis too, partner, because you done made babies with these bras.
Yeah.
So you ain't made no spit babies, nigga, by spitting no game.
Nah.
You made babies by having sex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, the next man are always trying to knock you off your
throw
pivot.
you off your pivot. They gonna tell you to do something that they not gonna do their damn self.
And I'm saying this to the fellas that's watching, right? Whatever makes your relationship float successfully, man, that's what you do as long as you ain't compromising yourself.
You tell me that all the time.
Right.
Man.
And keep people out of your relationship.
Right.
Definitely.
I find the worst thing, people will get advice from people that have never been in a relationship or never been married, have no experience. It's like if your life went from sugar to shit, why would I ask you for any advice on my relationship?
Hold on, Angie, say that again. Say that again for the ladies in the back.
Hey, hold on. Let me. Can I record this on the phone, bro? I need this as a clip, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go, man. Please say that, because
I'm saying if people take advice from people that have never been in a relationship or a successful relationship, have never been married, their lives have gone from sugar to shit, and then they want to tell me or tell another person what they should or shouldn't do. And that's not right. Keep people out of your relationship. It's one thing to vent, but at the same time, your people aren't going to go back and forth. If you tell a horrible story about your partner and you expect your friends to see them, in a certain light after you just portrayed them to be this terrible person, they're not going to have that bounce back because they're riding for you, and if they know that the person that you're with isn't treating you right and you've told them that, you complained to them, you've complained to everybody else but your partner about how you're not satisfied in the relationship. Everybody else knows except the person you're in the relationship with. And that's not right. That's why I go back to communication is the key. You have to talk to your partner and you have to know who you are in that relationship and who, they are. And you have to ask your partner, what do you like? What do you like about me? What don't you like? What would you like to change? That's if you want the relationship to work. If it's not worth it, then, everybody just piece each other out and move on. But if you're wanting to keep your relationship going, you got to keep other people out of it. Be honest, have good communication, and take your share of the responsibility because it's not all on one person.
Yeah, on some
trust and believe everybody contributes.
On some experience shit, just from when I met my wife, she was 21. She fully going on 41 now. So we done had them tough ass talks 100 times. But you don't like. I think that should really play a balance, though. I don't care if you don't. Sometimes we don't like to hear them conversations, but the motherfuckers kick in, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what, y'all? Sometimes we gotta refresh our relationships, man, and go back to being friends. Sometimes
you gotta date.
Yeah, because the business of being in a relationship
Oh
sometimes
man,
it get cloudy because it's a business arrangement after a certain amount of time. Y'all trying to build things together. You trying to do this. You trying to do that. You got bills. You got kids. We got to go back to basics sometimes and refresh that whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or it will get stale. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what, WD? My wife told me some shit like this. She told me, she said for the last 10 some years, she said it was just me, just music, just label, the whole nine. You feel me? And then she had twins. So now she in her mother shit. So she ain't never really had her own gap. You feel me?
Right.
It was, nigga, where I'm doing my campaign, we pushing this, da. But where was the
you and her time?
Right.
Yeah, I want her to be on my label and run my shit, but it's like I ain't thinking about what you trying to do though. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it has to work both ways
I had
because
to
you get
respect
stuck
that. Yeah.
in a rut in marriage. What people don't understand, it is very much a business because you're dealing with this person on all levels of your life. It's not just, oh, we look cute together, we got cute kids. No, this person is the one, should you be in the hospital, to say yes, pull the plug, no, don't.
Right.
This is the person that you're planning to grow old with that may have to change your diaper. You got to find out, is this the right person for me? Is this person gonna be there with me through thick and thin? Now I'm a widow now of 3 years, and I know we went through our whole, everything. But at the end of the day, you have to be supportive.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody's so quick to be like, oh, well, I'll just leave, I'll get a divorce. That's why I think divorce should be easy. Marriage should be much harder to get into, because when you decide, like, I'm done with this, you should be able to go on your way. But marriage is so easy, and you just got a bunch of idiots just jumping the broom, and have no idea. And they don't talk to anybody that's been married for a long time that can give them, some advice and wisdom on what it takes, because it's not always going to be a honeymoon.
Right.
Some days it's going to get real ugly, and you have to keep uplifting each other. You got to continue. You have to date throughout your marriage. That might be your wife or husband.
You had to dip out or something, man. You had to break the monotony.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you got to have a willing partner as well.
Exactly.
A lot of people, and it's crazy because, like we said in another, I don't know if it was the last podcast, but it was one of the last two. Us as men, we don't really go into a.
Hold it. What happened to Dub? He even have his phone charged. I hope not.
What happened?
There you go.
Yeah, we don't really go into a relationship tripping on women and talking about well, all women ain't shit. We don't really do that. And I know some guys that do, but they're a damn fool for doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not something we do, right? And we go through a lot of turmoil in relationships too. We just don't express it like women. We don't sit up with our guy friends and smoke a joint and just bash women completely like a lot of women do. You know what I'm saying? All these waiting to exhale moments and this, that, and the third, right? But all that do is
drinking some Moscato or some Shangri-La.
Right. But it talks women into adding mileage to their bodies, right? Because you got all the rest of these chicks talking about, fuck that nigga, girl. You need to fuck with dude. He got a few dollars. He'll take care of you. Now you done threw your
fuck him, bitch.
Yeah, you done threw your coochie all on the crap table, right?
Right.
No, it's real talk, though. Real talk, though, right? You done threw your coochie on the crap table based on another woman's request, and now you got extra miles on you. And women really think that don't matter, right? But it does.
For real.
It really does. And in the societies we in, right? You got these dirty men, which most of these women, these are the men that these women are sleeping with, right? That they'll run out there and put your business in the street and talk about you like a dog and add stories to conquest and everything and make you look foul as hell. And what real man want to lay up and put that under his arm like, this is my trophy, this is my woman?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of women, they don't think about that before they jump their ass in the bed with somebody.
Nah, no, they don't.
Right.
Nah, not at all.
You know, and that's damaging. And you know, yeah, the past is the past, right? But how many times do you fuck up in the past before we see that as a pattern?
It becomes repetitious. It's not a pattern. I mean, it is a pattern, but it's something that they do. It's a lifestyle. It's how they live. It's a creed that they go by. You know, we already
Right.
stereotype that, you know, all niggas, as they call us, ain't shit. We all the same. You know, how
Right.
you go through a relationship, you don't view all women as the same, but all men, you straight stereotype as the same. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how you present yourself, you still most likely gonna be carrying the baggage from the last nigga that she was with, and she gonna
Right.
try to compare him to you. You know, he did
Right.
this, he did that, and all niggas do this, and all niggas do that, and that's the wrong assessment. Because
And they
all
don't even
niggas
be
do that.
like that. They don't
All
even
niggas
be
don't
like,
do that. Because
But
yeah.
all niggas
right.
don't do this and don't do that. Maybe y'all messing with the wrong type of dudes
Oh,
that do this and that.
exactly, little bro.
I'm not
That's
saying they
it.
don't do this and
That's
that, what
it.
y'all say that all niggas do.
Right. And see, we can go back to this, right? That's the woman's choice. That's what she chose.
Yeah, that's what she, you know, that's her
That's what she
preference.
chose.
Right.
So
That's
you
what you
chose
like.
those type of dudes. You
That's what
didn't
you like.
run. You
Yeah.
didn't run at the first sign of danger. You didn't
No,
run at the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth signs of danger.
no.
You know what I'm saying? It had to go totally bad, or you had to run across some dude that you thought might be better than him before you
Yeah,
even
to
walked
shake the
away.
last. Yeah, yeah. You might
Well, a
just
lot of people, they don't change. They just get the same person in a different uniform.
yeah, or
It's
the same
like the exact
personality.
same,
Yeah,
like attracts like. And until people change what they're doing, they're going to keep attracting the same type of people, the
Right.
same mentality, the same abuse, whatever it is that you didn't like about the last person. Until you deal with yourself, you're going to keep attracting that same type of person
Yes.
until
Yes.
you get the lesson. Teacher's going to keep coming to class because you just don't get it.
Right. Yeah. And that goes like, back to what I was
all the
saying
time.
earlier about um people, I mean, and especially women, but men too, but especially
It's
women.
men, though. It
Take
is
some
men.
time, take some time out on
Especially women.
yourself. Close your legs, open
Yeah,
your eyes and your ears. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like Tupac said, keep your head up, legs closed, eyes open. You know what I'm saying? And
The
and
box
and
is a
and,
weapon.
and, and,
They
and
use it as a weapon.
evaluate what it is about you as a woman that attracts these foul ass niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe their demeanor, maybe the way they act, the way they carry themselves, the way
No,
they
I'm
walk,
just
the way they
saying.
No,
talk.
it's like attracts like.
Right,
They're getting a lot of women will get exactly what they feel they deserve until you decide, hey, I deserve better. You're gonna keep getting worse.
yep,
I don't have a problem. People like, oh, somebody, every now and then I'll get like a weird DM from somebody. I don't respond to that.
right,
How'd you get here? Let me block you. But at the end of the day, you know, I I can have a conversation with somebody, and after a couple of things, I know, like, nah, and I'll let him know in a nice way. No, you're
but
not my
Angela,
person.
you know what I want? I want you to answer this for me from a woman's point of view, right? Um, what really, really, really makes a lot of women afraid to really deal with a solid man on a serious level? Like, I see a lot of women, like beautiful, smart, educated, business minded, career minded, all that, right? Why do they constantly fuck with niggas beneath them?
It's a lack of self-love.
Is
Okay.
that what it is?
Yeah, and it's worthiness, because at the end of the day, a solid person is going to make you step up.
Right, right,
They're going to ask the right questions. They're going to look, because your life is always going to tell on you
right,
regardless. I
right,
don't care how much you post,
Man,
how
what is
much you
we
make,
doing?
your life is going to tell on you.
right,
Yeah.
And if you're with a solid person, they can see through all that, and they're going to ask you the questions that you may not be ready to answer. They're
right,
going to
Mm-hmm.
require you to be vulnerable and tell the truth about who you are. and people get so caught up in the facade and the show.
The internet.
No, people,
I,
people,
who
even
said that?
before the
Who said that?
internet.
Me? You said that? Me?
I did
Hey,
say that. The internet,
yeah.
the social media, everybody want to like and comment.
These social media
Like they need a
millionaires.
pat on the back. Somebody will say, "Yeah, you did that. You doing
Right.
good." You know, they need that seal of approval, and you know that's creating a lot of problems right there. You know, you can see somebody that posts something and then keep looking at their post every day, all day, just to see how many likes he got. Right? Get mad because it didn't get 100 likes.
Hey, that shit start becoming psychological.
It does.
I'm gonna buy
It is.
5,000 followers.
It does, man. Cause y'all, I just can't understand it though, right? I mean, you run into a woman. She might not be somebody you just met. It might be somebody you know, and you start dealing with them, right? Then you start finding out shit like, well, goddamn, like, what's really wrong with you?
Right.
You can't keep a nigga, man.
No, you can't get a real one. That's my thing. Like, how do you look like this? Got all this going for yourself, and like, okay, like we were saying the other day, right? How do you go on a vegetarian diet but fuck with dirty niggas? Because see, for one thing, right, women need to look at this, right? Look into that nigga's past on who he usually fucking with. See if he fuck with women on your level. Okay, that's a good barometer right there.
It's first background.
You know, this nigga run around with dirtbag bras and all that shit. Why would you fucking?
Yeah. But you know what? Also, too, people change. You know, maybe that guy who was a dirtbag decided, you know what? I need to step up and do better, and have a better type of person on my team.
Angela, that don't happen, but once every 5
I
years.
know. I know, but I get really frustrated with my friends who struggle in relationships, because I say at the end of the day, you deserve better and you know it. I'm not going to keep telling you that.
Right.
If you don't realize it, because like attracts like. If you don't feel you can have, here's the deal: a solid dude is going to see past the makeup and the cute clothes. They're gonna want to deal with you when it's not so good, when you couldn't get your hair done, when you couldn't get your nails done. You may not have, everything may be falling apart.
Right.
You're not a trophy right now, but I rock with you.
Exactly.
I'm here. I care about you. I want
you
to
got
help
potential.
you. I want to be there for you.
Or you gonna make me feel a certain way where I'm gonna make sure your appearance is kept up 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, how do I just don't understand it. How do women do this shit repeatedly, right? And then expect us as men to sit there and not say shit about it. Like, are you freaking serious, right? But they'll be the first ones to tell you that you ain't never had a woman or a bitch or whatever they define themselves at like me. And y'all know off top, right? I'ma always feel a woman ain't never had a nigga like me. Never. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way.
Yeah. I'm one of a kind.
And I just don't understand it, man. It's like, and not saying that you should praise guys like us who are better than the guys in your past. But respect us for being better and treat us better, right? Treat us better. Don't go out there and bend over backwards for a nigga that ain't about shit, and then get with me and want to act like we universes.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? You done sit there, broke yourself, bought this dope fiend ass nigga a pair of Jordans every 3 months. This nigga done tore 4 of your cars.
Brand new PlayStation 5.
Yeah. And I can't ask you for $10.
It's a mess. There are way too many hobosexuals, male and female. We are not sleeping for you to have a place on my couch because you don't have a place to stay. I'm not treating you like you're my child. I'm not buying you clothes. I'm not, that's not show up already made.
Right.
I don't need a project. And a lot of women, unfortunately, take on projects. Like, no, I don't want a man where I'm like, I like him, but I don't like his projects. A lot of them want it.
They want it's like build a dude. They want
it ain't no I like him, but
what they like.
I come right out the box ready made.
What you say? What you say, nigga?
I said ain't no I like him, but
yeah.
ain't no I like him,
but
I like him, but I don't like. What'd you say?
What were you say? You said, but I like him, but what?
Yeah, but I don't like that he wears socks and sandals, or I don't like his pants. I don't like the way he eats.
I want him to wear skinny jeans.
It's like right. You
get a mohawk.
If he is not what you want,
I'm tired of telling him to keep
moving.
getting me the shower.
Right.
Certain things. I'm sorry. I have a son. I've already raised him. I'm not taking on any male
man. I told
project.
my sons, man, shit, check this out. They know how to cook, do all that shit they sell.
Right.
It's you know, it's rough though, man.
My wife don't even cook. She know we got a company. I barely let her run part of that. Look, I don't worry about cooking. I feel like
I love to cook, but yeah, that's beautiful.
Baby, every now and then make that meatloaf. You feel me? You know, hook that little thing up I like. But other than that, I got the cooking shit, man. I just like to cook. You know, that's what I do.
Right.
Yeah. You know, you know that we've been like that since 20 years.
But that works for you guys. Now you could have somebody else. Now you guys been together over 20 years.
Yeah.
But I'm saying then somebody else would come in who has no relationship, no experience, talking to a wife's ear about, oh, you shouldn't do that. No, you can never let anybody else speak on your marriage or relationship. You know, what you're doing, what your marriage is works for you guys, you know. It may not work for the next person, but I think it's beautiful.
Right. And on that note, what you're saying, you know, is real, right? Because us as men, right? Okay, if we're in a relationship with a woman and we got our homeboys, our niggas or whatever, and they constantly talking about, oh, you's a sucker, you let the bitch do this, you let the bitch do that, and you know, and we listen to that, right? The woman gonna call us a sucker, you a follower, nigga, you that nigga run you, and this and that and the third, right? But on the same note, y'all listening to y'all raunchy ass female friends and sisters and shit like that on the same shit.
That have never had a good relationship.
Right, that ain't never had one. Right,
their
never
kids
had one.
Don't even like them.
She didn't have a dope fiend, a snitch, and a bitch. You know
what man, that's cold nowadays too.
Older than her.
Hey, that's cold when the bitch kids agree with you.
She done had a dope fiend, a snitch, and a bitch, right? But want to tell you what kind of nigga you need to be with. Yeah. What kind of shit is that?
But I'm saying
that's funny,
But the bad thing about it is people make relationships so difficult, and they're really not. It's pretty simple. If everybody just shows up and does their part and is honest, it can work. It's not that complicated. Love is very easy. It's the other things that get in the way. Like, you need to know if you're going to be with someone, they have to be on you guys have to have the same goal. Now, you don't have to have the same, you don't have to go about it the same way, but at the end of the day, you guys have a goal, a family goal, a relationship goal. You know, like if your goal is to get a house, he may work 2 jobs, you may work 1 job, or vice versa. The goal is to get the house, or the goal is to start the business. You guys, if you're married and one person is very neat, one person is very sloppy, work it out. You know, don't make a mess for the neat person. You know, teach the other person, help the person learn how to clean or learn how to cook, whatever the situation is, but you have to work together. It's teamwork, you know? And a lot of people come into relationships, me. And it's like, nah, it's we. It's team. We got to work together. And most people, they haven't played sports, don't know anything about teamwork, didn't grow up seeing that. And you got to understand, someone that never saw a successful relationship, they don't know what that is.
Yes.
And what they're looking at for 15 seconds online is not real.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They're looking at somebody dressed up like twins at a party. Oh,
right.
They cute. They living their best life.
Or somebody,
and that's what I used to. I don't mean to cut you off, Angela, but that's what I used to hate about, you know, saying how females try to match their relationships with this reality TV relationship shit.
Oh my goodness.
Like on all that love and hip hop, you know what I'm saying, shit, man. Bitch, I'm not like him. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like him. I'm nothing like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't compare our relationship to what's his judge, Sapphire or whatever their names is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even.
But the thing is, the people are, but they're quietly miserable. Nobody. I'm a woman. You know, I don't get. We never have meetings about our other friends. If we have a problem with one of our girlfriends, we're pulling her to the side. Like, what are you doing? Like, we don't have these big old caucuses to discuss how pissed off we are about so-and-so or the dude. At the end of the day, if you're mad at your man, he needs to know that and why. Your girlfriend doesn't need to know more about why you don't like your husband, boyfriend than he knows.
Having a fucking round table about your relationship.
And he walks in the room like, what I do? Because he's thinking everything's good because you've been mad at him all week. And I've done the same thing. I've been mad at my husband before. And I'm like, you know what? I need to sit him down. But I can't say we need to talk. You have to know certain words that are going to make your man just kind of leave the room mentally, you know. We need to talk. Because they usually think, oh gosh, this is all about me. What did I do?
Right.
You know, so certain ways, and men don't communicate the same way that women do. There have been many a times like, what are you thinking? And then I've had like a whole scenario in my head, and he's like, nothing. And really, it would be nothing.
Right.
He's not thinking about anything. Women, we communicate differently. And you guys know this.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta conclude this episode.
Yes, I guess so.
The cup is running over.
Yeah, man. The cup.
But wait a minute, before you do, what do men want?
What do we want?
Yeah, we got a good 3 minutes. Let's talk about it.
Let me start it off. I'm gonna give you this 30 seconds. What I want is I want a partner. I don't want nobody that I gotta constantly gotta dictate to and gotta lead and lead and push this that way. If we together a certain amount of time, then you already know what I'm expecting. I'm already know what you expecting, right? I expect you to be a lady because I'm gonna give you 100% man. I don't need you to be rough. I don't need you to be tough, but I need you to respect us as a couple.
Right.
And go in these streets and make sure that you are a lady, that ain't nobody putting no smut on your name, ain't no smut on my name, none of that. That we looking like the people we are born to be out here. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, what I'm saying is, was agreed upon in our relationship. Don't go outside of that based on somebody else's opinion.
Right.
Give me 100%. Give me 100% woman. I'm gonna give you 100% man.
Matt Meat, what you want, Matt Meat?
I mean, you know, I could piggyback a little bit on what brother is saying, though. You know, it's a lot about respect and communication. I think communication is the key, though. You got to talk to your significant other, though, because, you know, without communication, we could get lost, and then they feel as though they don't need us, but in reality, you know, we are made for each other. We do need each other. So as men, we know we need to probably try to bend our relationship, or mend them rather, but, you know, it's kind of hard to be in a relationship when you got the rah-rah and you got the outside influences. You know, you got her girlfriend in her ear all the time telling her how to do this and that and the third. And like y'all said, her girlfriend ain't the best role model to be listening to. You know, she is always in a toxic relationship. She never got anything right. But then again, she could give you all this advice on how you should live you and your life. So, you know, basically, I'm trying to say, you know, you should communicate with one another. You know, that'll be the best thing to do. And have a mutual respect for one. You know, men play a role, women play a role also. You know, don't try to be a man and you're a woman. And men, for sure, don't try to be a woman if you is a man. You know, as long as that we play.
Belski, what you got? What's your opinion, Cuzzo?
I ain't got no opinion, but I'm just gonna take this game that I done heard from these fellas, you know what I'm saying, and from Angie, you know what I'm saying, especially communicating, because that's my biggest problem, and I can admit that, is communicating. But I got what I want upstairs, and she got what she want, you understand me? And that's all that matters to me. And I just want to pay a couple of bills, man. Y'all motherfuckers go buy that Trap House, man. It's in stores now. It's like a record. It's hot. It's leaving the shelves. You ain't gonna get no 4.5 grams for not a little bit of nothing, you know what I'm saying, for nothing. So go get that, man. I want to say what's up to Cartel Entertainment. We got a motherfucking CD coming out soon. Understand me? The Mac Meat Show, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tune in to Outside Radio on Wednesdays and listen to Dub and Angie.
Follow me on the original,
you know what I'm saying? And listen to my nigga on Hoods of America. This is sponsored by Hoods of a motherfucking America. You know what I'm saying? And I'm Belski and I'm out of here. I love y'all, man. Y'all have a good week, man.
Y'all be safe, man.
I'll see y'all next week. Thanks, Angie, for coming through, baby.
Thanks for jumping out.
All right, we see y'all next week, boy.
Have a good one. Be safe, y'all.
All right.
Bye-bye.